Hello, everyone. My name is Gary, and I'm in the meeting with Kevin. And we have
Hello.
office hour, and we will discuss what are we discussing, Kevin?
We are discussing about the CNM Social page, specifically the video space that we are about to develop.
Okay, I will
This
get
is
to kind of
about
to this talk part, right? We talk about which page for social welcome space? No.
no,
Oh,
not welcome space. Yeah.
Okay, got it. So, like, our discussion was that we want to create a special, like, specialty space for those people
Yes.
who are interested in video streaming and video sharing, right?
Yes.
I called it video sharing user space. How about that?
Okay. Yeah. 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 Mhm.
Because right now we call it tube, but it is not real tube. Tube is more like a service. So we it should be properly called like a video, say like CNM a video, but we're not sure
Yeah.
that we will be using a video. Maybe we will move to another software. So like maybe
Yeah.
for now, like video user space, yeah, it makes sense. So, and this will be the
Yeah.
similar user space as we will do like for Jitsi users, for Proxmox users, for
Yeah.
LDAP users, and for
Yeah.
MediaWiki users. So here,
Yes.
it should be like on this space, all kind of the news related to our Jitsi should emerge. This is the primary play space where, let's say, for video sharing, all the news,
Yeah.
like what is going on here, should emerge, right? Um, and we will send so like this space. Let's call it. Let's make an kind of the wiki page, unless it's already created. Um,
Not yet. It's not created.
so let's call it CNM CNM. How we will call this page? Video sharing users. Yeah, video sharing users. Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
And we can rename it later when we have kind of a real name, right?
Yeah.
Users. Um, does it look right? CNM video sharing users. Okay, looks good to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
is a space for um, space at CNM Social for stakeholders of CNM video. We will change the name when we have it. Um,
Okay.
let's put it this, or maybe or CNM tube. I don't know. Tube probably. We started using this tube. So for what kind of the idea is to have like a single point of contact for everyone. So let's say I'm interested in like video sharing, right? I want to see what is going
Yeah.
on. I want to be updated about the news. I want to get notified where related event will show up, right? If we have like
Yeah.
a technology meeting related to like a video or like I don't know the fight between video sharing software packages. Uh, I want to get kind of this. This should be like a single point of contact for
Uh-huh.
everyone who is interested in that. And
Yes.
so, yes.
Sorry.
So
Just proceed.
yes. So here it should be like on updates on developments, right? Then it should be useful
Hmm.
links.
Yeah.
Pretty much that's it. Like if you are interested in that, go there. Um, on developments, also it should be like event announcements, right?
Yeah. 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 Events.
So let's say I'm interested in like video sharing like software, like so I want probably to get some updates either as a newsletters or maybe I just can go there and view what is going on in this group, right? And I want kind of if events, especially event announcement. Um, so, for instance, I will give you kind of ideas. We just talked to Natalia before you, right? So,
Yeah.
and we thought what to do with our Proxmox, because the same group will be like a Proxmox, like CNM Proxmox users, right? So, and we decided that like we want to work with Mohammed, but Mohammed, and we have questions. For instance, our questions right now are: should what storage should we deploy? We deploy Ceph as it was before, or Natalia deployed ZFS, or we need to use another storage. And the second question is, if we deploy Ceph, which is CEPH, right? Ceph. But this is called like
Yeah.
Ceph. If we deploy Ceph, how it should be deployed? It should be deployed like if there are two major deployment like models. One, every storage will be synchronized, so we'll have a half of terabyte, and half of terabyte. All three together will be the same, right? So we will have all like a half of terabyte total. Or we can combine them. So it will be like a half plus half plus half. Total will be like 1.5, right? So which model of deployment to use?
5 year. Yeah.
We don't know. We don't know. So we tried to ask Muhammad. Muhammad is not kind of kind of he's helpful, he's good, he's really good when he has requirements, right? But to decide how
Oh yeah.
to
Yeah.
to decide what needs to be built, this is the problem for now. So we plan to start moving rocks there. We want to create the space. We need to invite different experts uh, and give them like credentials so they can go there and provide us with their expert judgment, right? Like what we need to do, and then we will make a decision on our board. So the same thing should go there. So right now we have like with video sharing, we have many questions. We have like what software to deploy, how to deploy,
Yeah.
what resources to put it there. We already stated with you on Tube, right? If I click here, we
Yeah. Yeah.
stated some questions. We are looking at recording, storing, sharing, platform. Yeah. We will keep Jitsi most likely. Um, I had a discussion with Mohammed. Mohammed was for Big Blue Button, if you are familiar with that. But we use Big Blue Button before Jitsi. And
Okay.
and he
Which one is better, according
it's,
to him?
it's difficult to say. Kind of Big Blue Button we didn't like at that time, but it was like 6 years ago. We didn't like that it didn't work well on the mobile devices. Plus, Jitsi is really good with this browser. So, for instance, right now I don't have any client on my laptop, right? And I'm talking to you on Jitsi. So,
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
so you don't need to download it. It's a cool feature. It's a cool feature. It's very convenient for many people, for many participants. So at that time we went with Jitsi. Big Blue Button has kind of its advantages. It integrates better with many different programs, especially like learning management systems. Um, but it looks like it consumes more resources till now. In the in the best world, if we have
Yeah.
time, if we have enough coordinators, we will deploy Jitsi and Big Blue Button and just use both, and to compare and decide what works for us best. Um,
Okay.
but this is in the perfect world. Right now, we need to concentrate. We need to move it, and we need to concentrate. So, so Jitsi is kind of separate. Like a video and all others can be. Probably we need to use for video sharing, is or like video streaming. I would say kind of not streaming because Jitsi also allows for streaming. You didn't change
Yeah.
anything on
Yeah.
this requirement, right? Give me 1 second.
No. No.
Oh, I thought like you will work on this, but you kind of you didn't do anything. We couldn't write perfectly from the very beginning. I thought like I honestly thought like you will be working on this, but streaming is kind of it's a Jitsi. We really like Jitsi allows for streaming. Jitsi allows for recording, but it doesn't allow for storing and sharing, right? So
Yeah.
um, and we are looking kind of for a platform, video platform. Like Jitsi will be a part of it. Um, whether ABS Studio should be a part of it, and whether a video or something else, it's a question mark.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this like social space for a video or video sharing, it should be kind of a point of contact, and for people who want to be our contractors or experts, when we post it,
Yeah.
we post it as soon as we fix our Proxmox issue, right?
Yeah.
So it can take time, but we will send to this like video. Oh, sorry, to this space. We'll send to this space, and saying, "Oh, all our updates are there." And we will conduct kind of meetings there, like state of video sharing at CNM, right? And we will
Yeah. Yeah.
post events there, and we will have kind of a links to kind of to the texts, like scripts and so on and so forth. Also, like
Yes.
what also like from office hours I tried to convey it today. like after our meeting and our after our discussion, like new requirements should be defined. It's not just like for me to talk um, what it should be or how it should be, but it's also like for kind of documents to be updated. But I cut you off. You started saying something.
Yeah, so like I remember when we were hiring a contractor for Media Wiki and on Upwork, and after the contract was issued, I couldn't view anything, any progress that is made,
Correct.
also as well as the decisions that
Correct.
were made.
Correct.
So
Correct.
will this test solve this challenge?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
Uh-huh. Mhm.
There are like two different schools of thoughts. I don't know
Mhm.
which one is the best. Have you heard about
Yeah.
have you heard about GitLab? We have a GitLab, which is called like
Yes, I've heard you mention it
yeah.
severally.
I even don't remember on what link. We used to like last time we used it with Carolina, and Carolina was graduated last year. So it's like from, and before she was not like too active. Um, so like GitLab is a cool tool. It's kind of it's a real development tool because MediaWiki or social is more like kind of for normal people, but for people in IT, probably GitLab will be kind of even better. But GitLab is a repository, right? It allows for some project management, but limited. So if we
Oh,
find the solution GitLab with kind of something else, GitLab has many
yeah.
integrations. Then we can find kind of because like what is my perception? What is kind of how I feel a coordinator on our tech project should behave? The
Yeah.
coordinator should has should have access to our like tech space on the GitLab and see
Okay. Yeah.
all the details, credentials, all the updates, kind of real like first seat view, right, on this.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
this coordinator should take this like red meat stuff, right? Take out all passwords, all like security credentials, all non-public things, and to share with the community through the social. Say,
Social.
yeah,
Okay.
through the social. Say, oh, we have this problem, or we have this development, we have this development. So
Oh yeah. Okay.
this will be a perfect world experience for this coordinator, and I will be happy. But till and until GitLab right now is probably like too much, we can use social for this. We can use social for
Okay.
this.
Yeah. So like, how do you envision like the updates will be posted on social from the contractor side?
But our discussion,
Like,
basically, our discussion can occur on the social instead of like Upwork or any other. Like right now we use Upwork, but
yeah.
it's not like not the only place where we want to recruit. Uh, I had a good account on Fiverr. I remember. I didn't access it for years, maybe like a few years, but I use Fiverr a lot. Um,
Yeah.
one of our like friends in Pakistan who introduced me to
Mm-hmm.
Miriam. Uh, he
Mm-hmm.
he's kind of he's active on Fiverr and he's happy, and he kind of this is his like primary tool. So some people use people per hour. It's a British resource. Um,
Oh, okay.
uh, I used to I was very active on the Russian language platforms.
Mm-hmm.
I found Roman there, by the way. I found Natalia
Oh.
there.
Uh-huh.
Roman was before Natalia. I found Natalia there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, but right now, because of this war, like we are getting rid of the Russian language. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm sure that there are some resources in Kenya, and we discuss it with you too. So,
Yeah,
resource,
yeah, definitely.
it's not correct to have kind of a discussion or communicate with a freelancer on the platform, right? For us, on their
Yeah, yeah.
platform. There are many platforms, and then to give kind of make like everyone recruit. Not every platform. So, Upwork allowed for you to be a recruiter, assistant recruiter,
Mm-hmm.
right? But
Yeah.
it doesn't allow like the next level is for you like to be a director of like I don't know whatever after recruitment, right? So they don't have kind
Sure.
of they have extremes. They didn't give kind of a good number of roles in my view, and
Yeah, yeah,
and
that's
we
true.
cannot and we cannot give like everyone, you know, like give everyone like rights permissions kind of to manage accounts. I have positive
Mm-hmm.
experience and I have negative experience. So for instance, let's take like with the meetup, I made one lady
Mm-hmm.
a co-organizer, and it was for
Yeah.
the global DC meetup group. And this lady
Uh-huh.
switched the group to kind of closed group, and they don't allow me to go backwards. I disagree. I didn't like this decision,
Mm-hmm.
but I
Yeah.
cannot go back. So after this, I decided no more co-organizers ever. And
True, true.
and the same, two of my accounts on in Ukraine are blocked because we did something. And I cannot blame Carolina, but again, like maybe it will be different if something else will be kind of different. But
Yeah.
and if we have like on social, it will be another thing. We will say, oh, we have a discussion and update there.
Mm-hmm.
If initially this group can be closed group, and
Mm-hmm.
then when we finish, let's say, discussion, we can open this group, right? Like the space open to the
Okay.
public. We can
Yeah, yeah.
we can follow this. But at the same time, let's say, let's take example of our media wiki, right?
Uh-huh.
We had, I don't have kind of from this laptop, which I'm talking right now, I don't have access to
Mm-hmm.
our, to Upwork,
Mm-hmm.
but we had, let's
Mm-hmm.
say like 15 freelancers, right?
Yeah.
15 freelancers, you communicated to them, they kind of, they kind of go there, but we don't
Mm-hmm.
have their contacts, right? Tomorrow we'll close this posting, and
Yeah, and they'll be lost.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's, but if we can say, for instance, someone, uh, for instance, this like Indian lady, right, who said,
Mm-hmm.
I have no details. My only detail that if we are awarded the contract, we will
Mm-hmm.
research existing solution, and if we don't find
Mm-hmm.
existing solution, we will write a custom one, right? It's close what she said,
Yeah.
right? I'm paraphrasing, but what kind of message was. Uh, she might do this. We don't know, but for now we had this
Mm-hmm.
discussion, and like either you need to write like all 15, right? And
Mm-hmm.
this is your work time.
Yeah.
Technically, it's kind of someone's money too, right? Because you are not volunteering your time. You are not at
Yeah.
that stage of your life, let's say in this way, for that purpose. So instead of this, we can say, okay, good. If you are interested in this project or kind of updates, this is our like
Mm-hmm.
space, right, about this.
Yeah.
And you can
Yeah.
see all the updates on this contract. And
Mm-hmm.
it will be several contracts, and you can plug in if you're interested in.
Mm-hmm.
Someone we send to 15 people, let's say 14 will never show up, one will
Yeah.
express the interest, right?
Yeah.
So again, it
And then
should, yeah.
like for a closed group, let's say we have these several contractors who are interested in the same project. Like, will they be able to view the conversation that we have with each contractor in the
Yeah,
same
but this is good.
space?
But this is good if they see what they say. We will not discuss their
Uh-huh.
money. We will not discuss their. We will
Okay.
not send their credentials. No,
Mm-hmm.
but why not? Why not them to see what they kind of what the discussion is? I don't see any problem with that. They kind of their
Okay.
the commercial like secret is, I
Mm-hmm.
would say, money, how much
Mm-hmm.
rates, money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They can estimate because their Upwork shows you the proposal,
Yeah. Yeah.
like the average, but it
Mm-hmm.
is not like exact, right?
Yeah.
So money, credentials, it's not public. The rest,
Okay.
why not?
Mm-hmm.
We will save our time, by the way.
True.
We will save our time instead of saying the same thing 15 times. We'll say, yeah, this is kind of the contract. We created this social, we created this space for updates, and you can
Mm-hmm.
be updated because let's say, let's imagine this way. You want to be a contractor, right? For instance, and
Yeah.
you are,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
found you on Upwork or Odesk. I don't
True.
remember. Was it Upwork already or still Odesk?
Upwork
Upwork. Okay,
was Upwork. Yeah.
good. So because before Upwork became Upwork, it was Odesk. I started working on
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Odesk. I don't remember which year. And I had a good account on Elancer. They kind of combined together. And
Mm-hmm.
they sent me kind of, if you want to move your project from Elancer, you can do this. And I was lazy enough
Mm-hmm.
to do that. But anyway, it's another story. Um,
Yeah.
so like I can upload kind of on Upwork our conversation, but let's say you applied, right? You applied,
Yeah.
and now
Yeah.
now you are waiting, right, for my
Mm-hmm.
response. What
Mm-hmm.
if you apply, and almost immediately, within like 6 hours, you will
Mm-hmm.
get email or message. Thank you for your
Mm-hmm.
application. We
Mm-hmm.
are reviewing there. If you want to see all updates, this is the space
Yeah.
where we'll post everything, all the kind of interviews, whom we are
Mm-hmm.
interviewing, what the stage is, and you can see all the
Mm-hmm.
updates, kind of what is going on.
Okay. Yeah.
How
Yeah.
great it is, right?
Yeah.
Instead of
It will save a lot.
sitting and waiting, and what is going on, what will
Mm-hmm.
happen, like, and you see, this is kind of like this is our feature of our initiative. We want
Mm-hmm.
people to learn. We don't we need kind of someone to work on our media wiki. We want
Mm-hmm.
someone to work on our Jitsi, but
Yeah.
also we want you to learn how to work with the
Mm.
contractors, how to do this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
why should we really make everything private, right? No, we cannot. It should be
Okay.
public because someone else will kind of take a look and say, "Oh, it is how it
Mm-hmm.
works, how it looks like."
Yeah. Yeah.
I will record everything. I will record interviews, and if someone
Mm-hmm.
doesn't like interviews, okay, bye bye. Why we
Yeah.
will interview you? Like again, we need tech solutions, but also we have our training needs, right? So we
Yeah.
need to
Yeah.
combine both.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see again.
Oh, okay.
I understand with the privacy. I understand. I'm repeating this like for the fifth time. I understand money
Mm-hmm.
and security, some credentials like
Credentials. Yeah. Yeah.
passwords,
Mm-hmm.
logins,
Yeah.
and you cannot share it like in the public space.
Yeah. Yeah.
Otherwise, all names, no, no names, right? Names is also
Mm-hmm.
kind of
No.
not
No.
not good. But
Okay.
but we can possibly in our like closed space, we can
Mm-hmm.
say, oh, we will call this contractor this name. Contractor A or contractor B or like whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, we can create kind of some nicknames, so we will be
Mm-hmm.
easier to. It will be easier to discuss, and
Yeah.
we will say people, okay, like in our email, we'll say, thank you for your application. We are in the process of reviewing this. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
all, let's say, updates we will publish on our social space. We
Yeah.
abbreviated or we coded your name as CA, contractor A, or whatever, or whatever.
Yeah.
CK, contractor Kenya. What like what or CE, contractor Eldoret, or whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
also it will be, let's say, another disconnect. We have this technology board meeting, right? For instance,
Yeah.
and if you're interested in Jitsi or like tube streaming,
Mm-hmm.
maybe it's useful like to hear what the discussion is, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And we can like right now you put, for instance, right now you have like the whole meeting straightforward, right? Like the technology board meeting from A
Mm-hmm.
to B, right? All the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
What if we have like this one big video of the whole meeting, and then we will create just the topics. Okay, this is like CNM Jitsi, state of CNM Jitsi,
Mm-hmm.
like discussion on their on the board.
Yeah.
Will be very useful, and you can hear, let's say you applied, you wait for the decision, and you can see what
Mm-hmm.
this discussion is. You can see what the needs
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
instead of
Yeah.
just right now we have like a kind of a smartness test. We will tell you in 5 minutes, and we expect you to reply and to show that you are smart. Not every person is smart, by the way. I'm not like a I don't like kind of a fast like replies. For instance, it's my personal, uh, but it doesn't mean that I cannot do anything, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we had a good discussion for now. I plan to kind of maybe to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do like one question, and we can continue other time, another day.
Okay. Like let's start with the layout. How do you envision like the layout of this page and the topics that will be discussed on social, on the social space?
What if I go like to Bing or and put like, let's say, user group? Let's do this way.
Yeah.
Let's go like not to YouTube. Let's go to Meetup and let's put like user group. They will not show me anything. Advanced user groups. Here we go. Dynamics user group, Northeast Regional, Arlington, Virginia. I'm clicking the first one.
Okay.
Registration and agenda. They use Eventbrite. They have kind of the topics: Microsoft Dynamics, Microsoft Power Apps, Microsoft Power Platform. They have user group. Receive Power Platform will be token break, summer, return, virtual events. That closed. They don't give kind of a good Power Platform user group. It's not a big group, like 900, but it depends. Like some groups are like more open and some groups are less. So this is their event, Arlington. Get ready to train one day event packed with you need to make a research. Kind of what is kind of what
Okay.
the layout. So basically there are many user groups. Um, I'm was very active with one specific. Let's take a look, which was called like SharePoint, the SharePoint user group. Fats book. Wait a second. It was like federal vendor. See, my kind of my experience is a little bit outdated. Fat book.
And also, maybe before we close this session, you can mention something about the newsletters.
One second. Federal. Yeah, it should like Federal SharePoint user group, FedSpook. Yeah. Um, they might maybe kind of they are done. No longer. I don't see it.
Oh.
Like you can find like if you do like a research, you can find some user groups which are kind of which are active. Um, uh, so normally, again, normally,
Yeah.
um, this is the place for people whose area of expertise, for instance, this particular software. If we talk about software user group, so they for them we can also add. So like they will have something that's related to their like profession, right? So let's say some news, the conferences, new features. Um, they usually have kind of some like report say, oh, I tried this, I succeeded in that. It is how I did it. Like they have speakers, they have some presentations. Usually the company, let's say I'm familiar, I used to be a Microsoft partner. So like
Oh.
Microsoft, if they knew that this, like, let's say Microsoft, a user group, so they gave space, they could give kind of something else. Usually
Hmm.
space, we met like normally in Microsoft offices. Um,
Yeah.
some groups say we are not related, so we can be more independent. But
Hmm.
again, it's like vice versa, kind of go there, and we can reach out too. So let's say if we have a good group, let's say on Jitsi, we can
Yeah.
like contact with them and say, oh, we have this initiative, we have a group, or like people who are interested in Jitsi and we are using Jitsi, and could you
Hmm.
kind of come speak with us? So we can make kind of like some volunteer speakers there, like
Yeah.
someone who will there. Uh, for normal user group, we'll also have some recruiters or someone who is interested in like hiring people so they can
Hmm.
go there. I'm not sure about whether we will grow that much or not, but what the layout will be, make a research, kind of find kind of what will be kind of appropriate for us.
All right. Okay. Okay. And can you mention something about the newsletters that we are yet to develop on social?
I'm not sure about social. We can
Hmm.
send using like from the social, we can use social for distribution. Um,
Uh-huh.
kind of it will be integrated to social, yes. So let's say
Yeah.
people are different. So let's say people have different needs and different specifics, right? So like
Yeah.
some like newsletters, some don't like. So
Hmm.
for instance, um, if we go back, for instance, our this when I mentioned like newsletters, I mostly thought about like this week. So this week
Hmm. Yeah.
events emerge from
Hmm.
our newsletters, right? So
Yeah.
if I go to here and put like newsletter, wait, it's a newsletter. I'll put like yeah, uh, newsletter. Here we go.
Hmm.
Look at this. You see, I posted some of them. So
Yeah.
this is a kind of a prototype for this week event. It was before this week
Hmm.
event. And you may remember this because you were kind of getting similar newsletters somewhere in 2017. Here I put like, ladies and gentlemen, significant developments, our news, our private cloud
Hmm.
collapse. Oh my goodness, it was a sad news. Natalia joined the team.
Nice.
Oh, it happened in March.
Just
Yeah, in March 17. Wow.
uh,
New service lines are defined, like career price, include the
mhm.
services which are not, and still now. This is
Yeah.
redefined because I had like a client for this, no longer in case, right? But education,
Hmm.
yeah, we can work it out. We are hiring. We are hiring
Hmm.
managers, leads, industry liaisons. So coordinator can be kind of like a liaison too.
Uh,
So again, kind of for people who don't want to go to space, right? So this is a point of
hmm.
contact. They should have a choice. Okay, I don't like have kind of any no emails, right?
Hmm.
Notify me
Hmm.
only about events, let's say,
Yeah.
or I want to have like a update, let's say like once a week or once a month.
Hmm.
what is going
Yeah.
on. And then we will
Mm-hmm.
send, like in one email, we will send all these events which we will have, which we will plan in the on the upcoming months and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
But this is not kind of right now, like there the social will update you. You have a choice or preference how you want to get updates. Newsletters for video sharing is not the urgent need, I would say.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
this week, I will start with this week newsletter, but this is another topic. Kevin, I need to go. I need to go like in 4 minutes. So let's wrap up.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much for the session.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for your there. When we meet next time, or you will email me, or you will kind of viber me or whatever.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay.
I plan to be in 1 p.m. tomorrow my time, like our normal
Mm-hmm.
time. I want to kind
Yeah.
of to like schedule it on the meetup and
Okay.
discuss kind of our new thing. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you, Kevin.
All right. Thank you very much.
Bye bye.
All right. Enjoy your time.
Thank you. Uh, I need to